Yes, everybody. Russ and the West End Network. Hope you are all safe and well. Happy Thursday. We're getting through this week rapidly, and it means we're getting rapidly closer to the start of the Premier League next Saturday. Obviously, we play what's this by Leverkusen, don't we? This Saturday as well. So yeah. God. But join me at lunchtime today for the latest transfer rumours. We've got probably, I reckon, the most new names linked that we've had in a single session, in a single one of my rumour roundups. That'll be tonight, it'll be this afternoon at lunchtime live. And yeah, I think we're pushing on over 130 by the end of the ones we talk about later on at lunchtime. Check out 12:30 UK time. But one name that I thought we'd talk a little bit more about is James Ward-Prowse. It seems he's the man of the moment at the moment in terms of West Ham rumours. We were led to believe that Moyes almost as an ultimatum has said he wants him in by the weekend. Obviously, Southampton kick off their championship on Saturday this weekend. Definitely, I think they're at home. They're at home too. I've got it here. They're at home too. Where's it gone? It's disappeared. Oh, that's good, isn't it? Yes, they're at home too. He says when he was. I had my stuff queued up. Sheffield Wednesday on Friday. They play Sheffield Wednesday on Friday. So apparently Moyes wants JWP in before the weekend. So, that's Friday. But they kick off their championship. So, and Southampton have already lost Mohamed Salisu and Ovzic has gone as well, I think. But we've also had a couple of bids for him, haven't we? Rejected. And according to The Athletic, we are, despite the fact we said, that's it, 3 strikes and you're out. We're done. We're not coming back. I think part of that was to try and encourage James Ward-Prowse to encourage Southampton to accept the bid. By all accounts, JWP is up for joining West Ham. And wouldn't you? 28 is his final payday as well. He's back in the Premier League. Potentially with a decent season behind him, could get back into the England squad for the Euros, definitely into the squad. So you can see the reasoning why for him. But according to The Athletic, we are considering a fresh approach after seeing a £30 million rejected bid by Southampton. We've had that was yesterday. Apparently, we've had a bid. It was a 27 million plus 3 million add-ons, and that was not backed by the Championship club while holding out for more for the club captain. Dave's put a £40 million price and tag on his head. I said it's getting desperate. We're going to end up paying £40 million for him. I think we'll probably get him for about 35 in all honesty, but we'll see. Obviously, we are the only Premier League side to not have strengthened our squad. And we know that Ward-Prowse is high on the club's priority list, whether that's Mr. Moyes' priority list or Tim Steindl. I think it's Mr. Moyes' priority list. He's got 3 years remaining on his contract, as we said. He's keen for a move and return back to the top flight. But it's money talks, isn't it? I don't think wages will be a problem. I don't think we'll be, waiting for agents' fees to discuss and wages and salary. I think it'll be a relatively smooth process. He says, was it fool me once, fool me twice, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on you. Don't fool me thrice. But obviously losing Carlos Borges and the whole Borges thing reminds me of Onana last year as well. And we've already had it with Alex Scott this year, so it's just, surely we're going to sign someone. I think £35 million is a top. I think if we go any more than that, I think we've massively overpaid, and then we should just throw in the towel. We know that apparently Moyes has loosened up. Apparently they're starting to bang their heads together a little bit now in terms of Steindl and Moyes, and Moyes wants his signings to be looked at, and he wants starting to bring in midfielders. As I said, lunchtime today, we have got a shed load of rumours, and that's all they are, rumours. As I said, we probably would have hit our same number that we hit last year in terms of, I always keep a record. I think we had 130 players we've been linked with. We've surpassed that. Congratulations. We've still a month to go. Personally, I think, as I said, I think we know there's other options out there. I think if I think 35 million is the top. Is the top whacking it. And I think if you get James WP in, then our pursuit for someone like Polinia, that's dead because you won't get 28 midfielders. There was talks of us agreeing a fee with Juventus for Denis Zakaria, according to Sean Wheatstone, on 6'2". There's a bit of confusion, and apparently seniors also said we haven't. So we don't know. We don't know about Zakaria, but we'll try and find out the latest rumours and talk about that at lunchtime today. What do you think? I mean, when we did our committee show the other day, we had JWP on. We didn't have him on, but we talked about JWP, and we were all on the assumption that he's probably the most likely signing we get. And there was a split between the four of us. I can't remember who said they didn't want him and who wanted him. I think I probably said I probably wanted him, to be honest. Or maybe I didn't. I don't think I did. I think everybody else said yes, and I said no. I think I can't remember. But you go back and check that out on the committee show we did last week. For me, it's not a case of desperation yet, but I think I generally think someone like James Ward-Prowse comes in. It's not we know it's not for the long term. He's probably still got about a good 3-4 years, I'd say, at least at the top flight. He's not known for his energy levels. He's known for his dead ball, specialisms and his crossing and his free kicks and his penalties. And if he sits there and just quarterback passes and stuff like that to maybe place people with a bit of pace. We've been linked to, as I said at lunchtime, there'll be a few strikers have been linked to as well. I don't think that's it's not the worst thing. It's not the most awe-inspiring, transfer at all. But maybe with him and someone like Denis Zakaria, him and someone like Fofana, him and someone like Alvarez, or him and Alvarez and Fofana, it's the lesser of two evils. I don't want to go into a situation where we're playing Bournemouth with Flynn Downs and Thomas Souček as our two midfielders. I'm not assuming that JWP is the answer, but I think he's a start. And we need to start. We just need to start now. It's ridiculous. We spent 2 months, well, the best part of a year, best part of 18 months, knowing that Declan Rice is leaving without a strategic plan. Maybe the plan was to go and buy JDP and, but someone like Jwp Ultimatum, who we were sort of caught in the beginning of this sort of transfer window, he's only been on the scene this season, really, isn't he? Apparently, we've also, again, I'm sort of alluding to lunchtime, but apparently we're not throwing in the towel with Conor Gallagher, which seems to be the Jesse Lingard of this season. So in terms of, he's someone that Moyes still wants. From an energy perspective, I think he's great. I just think he's not, if you want people to come who are going to want to come, and at the moment we're a bit of a mess at the moment. So, someone like JWP sees it as this is his opportunity. This is his last. So someone said to one of the comments, why do people want to come to West Ham? And I put desperation. This could be. I mean, JWP could easily stay at Southampton, see out his career, and not move away. Stay at home, where his family are, and just live and stay at a boyhood club. He's only been at one club, and just see out his days. Put him to pasture. But with the Euros this year, he was on the peripherals of the England squad. It's probably his last chance to play. We might not be. Southampton could get promoted next season. And then he comes back and at the age of 29, 30, he's playing back in the Premier League 24-25 season. But it's a calculated risk. So for him, West Ham, wages aren't an issue. And I think, for me, it's a last chance saloon for him, really. It's chance for that big move. It's chance to hold that shirt up and scarf. He's never done that before. He's never done it before, has he? Because he's never moved anywhere. So he's never experienced that. West Ham are a big club. We are a big club. The fan base. You see what the fan base is. And as soon, and it's, it's I think Gonzo just spoke about it the other day, the Craig Dawson effect. we all laughed, we all joked when Craig Dawson was signed, and albeit a granted 3 million rather than 35 million pounds, but still, once he puts that shirt on, gets my full backing. Is he the person I would be like, oh my God, we signed James Ward-Prowse? No, but he's safe. He's a safe signing. And we do need, and yes, and as I said, I want exciting players. I want the Fofanas. I want some of the other people I'm not going to mention because that ruins lunchtime. I want those players because they're going to excite me. They're going to get me off my seat. I want to see them grow. I want to see them develop. I want to see, come from obscurity to, being regular internationals, Premier League, established players, clubs falling over wanting them. But I want a safe pair of hands at the same time. I want that safe. I want that safety net, and that's just me. I'm always risk averse. That's me. I'm always risk averse. Yes, we could go whole hog, go to Liga, go to Bundesliga, buy these players, but we haven't got a safe pair of hands there. Particularly with how poorly Souček's playing at the moment. Maybe a JWP. I think JWP's crossing into the box. Souček breaking late into the box, might get on a few headers, might get back to his double figures in goals. Who knows? It's not going to be exciting, not going to be pretty, but it's going to be a safe pair of hands. And sometimes I think, we do need that. And it's not for want of ambition. I want to have all the great players, but you look at all the teams, all the big teams in the world. They buy some crazy ones, but sometimes they then go and buy Premier League ready. Look at Brighton. Everyone talks about the fantastic work that Brighton does. They've got Mitoma. They've went and picked up McAllister, didn't they, before he went to Liverpool. Casado. They've also got Lallana. They've also got Milner. If we'd signed James Milner and Lallana, we would have probably got, fucking hell, these shit players. But everyone says how great Brighton are with their in terms of their transfers. They still go and buy this, still and get the steady eddies. Granted, don't pay £35 million for him. They get him on a free transfer. But for every Matoma, they've got a James Milner there. They've got someone like Lewis Dunk who's always been there. So, it's, yes, I want the exciting ones, but we need that. We do need that safe pair of hands, because you never know. Brighton might go and get someone, and maybe they're not great. They have to adjust the Premier League. Milner's a safe pair of hands. They could throw him in anywhere. Really shrewd bit of business then, really, to be honest. Lallana's still there, so it's, and I know we want to aspire to getting all these fantastic young players in as well. And you need that, but it's too much, particularly for him. It's too much of a step change for him. And he's still the manager. So so for me, I think JWP is a good start. It's a foundation to them build on. But who knows? Maybe Ajax or PSV might come in the last minute and swoop to sign JWP. Who knows? Also, a little bit of a transfer news, not to do with West Ham, but kind of. This man signed for River Plate. Manu, absolute, what a lovely picture. Fair play to Manu Lanzini. Ironically, probably he could do the job of JWP, and we'd have to pay £30 million for him. But regardless of that fact, congratulations, JWP, getting a move back to River Plate's boy club. He was always going to go back there. Although there was talk of maybe Real Betis because of the Pellegrini thing. He was looking at him, but then they signed Isco, and they signed someone else on a free transfer as well, Real Betis. Anyway, let me know what you think. I know if I said I'm excited about JWP signing, people would say no. But from a pragmatic perspective, what do you think? As I said, if you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a bloody good subscribe. We're back at lunchtime, and we've had headlines as well later on tonight as well. But until then, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith, my friends. Please get one deal over the line before we play Leverkusen, please. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Ta-ta, my friends. Bye-bye.